of a story time. Bit of a story time today because a lot of shit happens. A lot of shit happened with this today. First of all, oh my God, excuse me. I was, oh, pardon me. I first got alerted to something earlier today when I saw Spurky. I saw Spurky's Tech Corner. He's someone that's like, let me, provided me information about stuff with Ray in the past, for the past couple days. And I saw Spurky posted something. In fact, I believe he tagged me, he tagged Celestium on this, but I found it. So basically, Sparky was saying this. He was bringing up this information, which apparently was, this was on Blue Sky. This person, Anime Night, brought up Red's video, and Ray said, first and foremost, is Twitch themselves. Yes, all this time I was aiding Twitch to call out bad actors across this platform, both on and off the platform. I have more faith for Twitch when it comes to taking out bad actors. And then says, acknowledged, I saw it myself. Right now, focusing on doing different stuff and just staying away from this mess entirely. I respectfully want to say that I want nothing to do with this, and that's the end of it. End of discussion and topic. Clearly, that was not the case. Now, Ray created a new name, a new account on Twitter. This is Ray's new account on Twitter. And so when Sparky posted this, Ray said, I do wish to apologize, actually. I don't want any of this situation to do with me. I'm moving on from it, and that's what I'm going to flat do. I don't care what anybody thinks. The best course of action is to block and move on to something else. I will make my apologies soon. Chat, as you might imagine, I took issue with this. I took a bit of issue with this. And I said, I don't want any of the situation to do with me. Too fucking bad. You made the situation. You literally hate-brigaded someone and got them banned for a week, and for what? Not sharing your exact religious, political, or sociological ideology? Not bending the knee to what you wanted them to do? You brought all of this and more down on yourself, and now all of a sudden you want to play the oopsie poopsie, I made a fucky wucky card. I don't think so. This is a fuck around and find out moment, and my son, you are eyeballs deep in the find out parts. What? Something happened after this. I believe it's down here. Now, first of all, someone did this, and I said,
I can't
someone did this, and I said, no.
She's so cute.
I flat out said, no, this is unacceptable to do this, and I called back immediately. As soon as I saw this, I immediately said, no, absolutely not unacceptable to wish for harm upon someone. But let me find it. It's way down here. It's way down here. There we go. Guys, I'm actually that sorry, okay? Now, please leave me alone already. Someone's scared. And thank you, Donkey Punch. Yeah, and so now he's scared. So I decided to keep pushing. You want to repent? Thank you, Dolben, for the tier 2. Do you want to repent? All right. Time to prove it. First, unblock Celestium, along with anyone else whom you have wronged and are apologizing to. This is to facilitate that they will be able to see what is coming next. Second, I know you're already working on an apology, and one that I certainly hope is specifically for Celestium, Alara, and anyone else you have brigaded against. And I expect that apology to be made publicly so all involved can see it. Thirdly, I also think it only proper that you can compose and send an
Ember
email
Paradox
to
is so
Twitch
cute.
moderation
I can't handle it.
along with
She's so cute.
BCCing yourself in the email, admitting that you were responsible for the fraudulent and hate-filled brigade that resulted in Celestium's completely unwarranted and unlawful ban from the platform. I also want you to beg them to reverse their decision, unban Celestium immediately, and wipe any record of said ban from her account. Post a screenshot of this sent email, of course, redacting any personal information so you are not doxing yourself, once it arrives back into your inbox. Doing this will at least show that you are being serious in regard to asking for forgiveness from those whom you have wronged. Also, be aware, if you do not comply with the conditions I have listed above, I have been made aware that Celestium's team is already preparing legal processes to levy against you in the event of non-compliance. And by the way, this last line was not a bluff. I was not bluffing when I said this either. I've been in contact with Celestium and her team all afternoon today. They are fully prepared to start beginning legal action if necessary. What legal action in specific, I am not privy to. I am not involved in that aspect, so I cannot say with any level of certainty what degree or what kind of legal action they may potentially partake in, but they are fully prepared to begin legal action against Ray if compliance is not full and immediate. So yes, that was not a bluff. The results. Actually, first and foremost, let me see if I can find where Ray said it. Right there. Almost very, very soon after I said it, okay, I'll do those as requested. Not long after, they started posting. So they tried to, first they did try to send an email. Okay, they first did try to send an email, and they could not. So that was, and this was the email that they said that they were going to say. Dear Twitch support team, I want to say that I'm responsible for the hate-filled brigade that resulted in Celestium's completely unwarranted and unlawful ban from the platform. I know what I did is wrong, and things have been complicated for her since the incident. It would be easier if you guys can reverse the moderation decision that you guys have on Celestium. Goes on, it was applied with unfairly without clear justification. And basically a whole bunch of blah-de-blah flowery stuff here. But unfortunately, they couldn't submit by email, so they had to do it through their website's ticket service. So they sent a receipt for the ticket that they have sent off to Twitch. Well, he said, hang on, let me pull it back up again. Yeah, if you could reverse the moderation decision. So I want to say I'm the one responsible, and he asked for a reversal of the moderation decision. So that's an actual asked them for an actual reversal. And so again, this is the receipt for the ticket that they sent requesting this from Celestium. We will see what occurs because of this. So yeah, they folded in a heartbeat. Bearing in mind, all of this happened, all of their responses happened within minutes of me tweeting. I would say within 10 minutes of my tweets. They responded that they were so scared they responded that fast. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, I sent it off. Look, here. I sent it off. We're still waiting on the aforementioned apology letter that is expected to be crafted for Celestium, Alara. What was it? Marie was the other VTuber's name that he brigaded against her. Basically, we're still waiting on that. Now, I don't expect to. I don't know if I'm going to be privy to that because I would fully expect that to be tagged with Celestium and Alara and the others, and not myself. I'm not expecting to get tagged in that myself. But yeah, that's what's happened today. That made up my afternoon. So yeah, very happy about this. I'm very happy about this. I'm very happy that Celestium is going to be getting at least some justice for what was done to her. We will see. If Twitch does not, thank you, Sidogard. Thank you for the prime. If if Twitch reverses their decision on Celestium before the time is up on her ban, that'll be wonderful. I'm not overly hopeful for it, given the amount of time before her ban is actually concluded, because her ban concludes on Monday. I believe. I think. Either Monday or Tuesday, I forget which. I don't know if they're gonna lift a ban before then. So in that case, it is what it is. I do hope they remove it from her account, like the record of it from her account. I do hope they remove that so it's basically cannot be used against her. But you know, we basically got him. He folded instantaneously. He's scared. As he should be. As he should be. Ray absolutely should be fucking terrified right now. Because I'm not fucking around. I am absolutely not fucking around on this. So, he needs to be scared. And I'm glad he's scared. Absolutely. And, you know, we will see what happens from here. Celestium did actually make a statement in regards. Celestium did make a statement in regards to all of this, especially when I facilitated my demands. Which, by the way, I should point out, when I outlined my demands to Ray of how to proceed, I did that in cooperation with Celestium and her team. Those demands that I made were not just me out of pocket. I didn't just arbitrarily come up with all that. I actually worked very, very closely with Celestium and her team, her support team, to facilitate what demands there were going to be for Ray. Just so we're clear. And this was not me just going rogue. I actually worked with her. I ran the entire tweet by them before I posted to say, are you guys good with this? Does this meet with their approval? Do you have any suggestions or anything you need me to add? They were good with it, and so I posted it. So yeah, and yes, Celestium has a team. She's part of an agency, actually. So Celestium, after I made that post, she made a response. She said, I want to add that I can forgive you, Ray, but not forget or ignore what happened. Forgiveness requires actual effort on your part, not merely words, to show repentance and contrition. This doesn't cancel the past and what has already been set into motion. I hold no hate for you, and I hope you get the help that you need. May you come to Christ one day. Which is a beautiful thing for her to say. And honestly, I'm with her on this. Like I went at Ray hard. I went at Ray hard because basically Celestium is a stray. Celestium is one of us. She is a stray. you guys know what I do for my stress. With yeah, it's not. I didn't just make this music just for the shits and giggles. So yeah, you come for one of my strays. That's what's going to happen. So Celestia responded with, Christ-like kindness, whereas I went with the demon approach, effectively speaking. Because Celestium is too sweet and too kind to be that aggressive, so I will be the demon to take on the people who come after my strays. But in this respect, I agree. This particular part here, where she said, I hope you get the help you need. I fully agree with her on this aspect of it. Ray clearly needs help. Very clearly, Ray needs help. There is a lot going on mentally in his head that he definitely needs to be seeking help, because the path that he is on is a spiral into oblivion. And I'm not just talking about legally speaking, although that is legally speaking, that is a possibility. But mentally, he has been on a path to oblivion. I showed you some of his posts from Blue Sky yesterday that were very disturbing and clearly indicates this is someone who, A, needs to get off the internet. That's number one. Ray, when all of this is said and done, Ray needs to take a very long departure from the internet and actually needs to seek professional help. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But he definitely needs to exit the internet and go seek professional help before this mental downward spiral, destroys him in multiple ways. And as hard as I went at him, I legitimately do not wish harm to come to him. There is obviously something very wrong with him mentally and emotionally. And I think he needs very intensive therapy and help with whatever is happening with him. And I legitimately, from the bottom of my heart, do hope that he's able to get that help and come out on the other side a better person. My ultimate quote unquote victory in all of this, my ultimate victory would be he does what he needs to do to make amends with Celestium. After that's done, exit from the internet for a time, get some professional help, get his mind right once again, get back onto the path of the righteous, so to speak, and come back as a better person, trying to actually be a force of positivity in this world versus what he's been. If he is able to do that, that would be the ultimate victory for me in all of this. That is what I want more than anything, is I want him to get his mind right and live a good life, doing good for other people. That's all Celestium wants. That's all I want. I just have very different methods than Celestium when it came to it. Ultimately, though, we are hoping to achieve the same goal. And that's just recognize what he did, correct what he's done, make amends, get the help that he needs, and come out the other side as a better person that can do good things for others. I hope. We'll have to wait and see. Celestium will have him in her prayers because she is a woman of faith. I will keep him in my mind and in my heart. And I will hope that he can change for the better when all is said and done. And Ray, if you're watching my YouTube videos, don't know if you do. If you're watching my YouTube videos, Ray, please listen to my advice. Please listen to what I'm saying. What happened was not done out of hatred for you. I do not wish you to quote unquote disappear. I don't wish you to come to harm either by your own hand or by someone else's hand. I only want you to make a change for the better, to become a better person, to understand what you have been doing is wrong, and actually want to make the change. And if you are able to do this, if you are able to do this complete turnaround, make this change and become a better person, I want to know about it. Legitimately. No hyperbole, no bullshit. If you are able to make this change, take the steps necessary to make a change, do right by yourself, by those you love, by your community, and come out the other side as a better person, I want to know. I absolutely want to know, because you know what? While I obviously had no problem, raking my claws across you, I'll be more than happy to give you a hug as well. If you can show that you've made this change, I'll be more than happy. I would be happy to give you that hug if you can do better. If you can make yourself right with the world again. That's a promise. I'll be here. I'll be waiting. If you can do that, let me know.